Hello. I'm here today to talk to you about the benefits of Warmafloor underfloor heating. Warmafloor are the UK's leading manufacturer and installer of underfloor heating and cooling systems. Over the last 24 years, we have been at the very cutting edge of the latest technologies, driving up efficiencies while significantly reducing building energy costs. The single biggest expenditure during the lifetime of a building is the energy used to heat and cool it, to maintain a comfortable internal environment. Underfloor heating is accepted as the best way to achieve the lowest system cost coupled with the lowest overall lifetime costs. The advantages of using Warmafloor underfloor systems are not purely financial and environmental. The designers are now given total design freedom, as there is no in-room equipment to worry about. This means that you can arrange furniture where you want and not where a panel heating system dictates. The system works using radiant energy, proven to be the most effective heating source to a room or building. Radiant heating dramatically reduces convection currents, and that reduces dust circulation. This benefit reduces allergens and airborne bacteria or viruses, significantly reducing spread of infections, not only in the workspace, but particularly important in high-risk buildings, such as hospitals and nursing homes. What is particularly important is the drive to reduce our carbon emissions. To enable a building to achieve the highest grade in energy performance, a combination of technologies must be used. It is accepted that building insulation and a high-efficiency heat source are vital. What is more important than this is the ultimate low-energy heating system, Warmafloor underfloor heating. A good analogy is a computer. The best computers are reliant on the best processors. Warmafloor systems are the Intel inside of buildings. Our underfloor heating system links all the vital building elements together to achieve the lowest possible energy use. Underfloor heating and cooling is still considered to be a new technology, and there will be many questions that you may have. I will set out to answer the most common now. What is underfloor heating? Underfloor heating is a network of polybutylene pipes that has been embedded into the structure of a building. The pipes are filled with warm water, water being the best medium for energy transfer available. The energy is released into the building through energy transfer into the floor structure, typically a flexi-dry screed. The floor then becomes a very large low-surface temperature emitter. The energy is used to warm the building structure and its occupants. How is cooling achieved? Warmafloor design heating and cooling systems as appropriate to the building. Achieving cooling requires energy to be absorbed from the space. To achieve this, cool water is passed through the same pipe circuits embedded in the floor that are used for heating. However, when designing a system for cooling, more water is required to absorb energy, and that means we require more circuits and more pipework for cooling. The floor temperature falls and the high temperature within the room is absorbed and transferred into the cooling system and released as useful energy elsewhere as required. What is a typical floor build-up for underfloor heating? Warmafloor has solutions for almost every type of floor encountered in today's buildings. The most common build-up we encounter is where we have to build off a slab. The slab will be covered with insulation. The room perimeter will be insulated to the finished floor level. Our polybutylene pipe is then tacked to the insulation using a tacker gun and will be laid out to our designer's requirements. The pipe is routed to and from the underfloor manifold, which is located discreetly elsewhere in the building. The system is tested to ensure its integrity and held under test whilst the flexi-dry screed is applied to cover the total floor area. The screed is allowed to cure correctly before the underfloor heating system can be activated. Why use insulation? Insulation is a building regulation requirement, but it is also used to prevent downward heat loss, or in the case of perimeter insulation, loss to the walls. Simply put, you don't want to waste energy heating the ground, or in the case of first floor application, heating the room below. Insulate your building. What depth of insulation is used? You can never have enough insulation. Typically, the minimum depths are 50 millimeters for the ground floor and 25 millimeters for any intermediate floors. The depth and material of the insulation is determined by the architect, as he is responsible for the building to pass building regulations. Having said that, we offer advice regarding such matters and use all types of insulation at all available depths to develop the solution for the building. Does your system have joints in the floor? No. We design our system to have continuous circuits without joints. It is accepted that any joint is a potential future leak. Therefore, we try to eliminate this risk as much as possible. Joints in the system are confined to the manifold, which is easily accessible and above floor level. What happens if the pipe is damaged in the future? Damage to the pipe after installation is rare. The screed offers protection for the pipe and will protect it for its lifetime. However, if the pipe is breached, maybe someone has drilled the floor to fix a new cabinet, for instance, we can repair the pipe without taking the entire floor up. Our repairs are quick and very cost-effective. Where is the manifold located? Well, during the design process, we will locate the manifold in an area that is correct for the optimum functioning of the system and is also discrete. The manifold is usually 700 millimeters from the finished floor level. The width is determined by the number of circuits the manifold will serve. The depth of the wall is 200 millimeters. How do you test the system? After completing all the circuits to a manifold, the system can either be air or water tested. When the system is tested, our client is asked to check the test, and it is signed off. We consider it good practice to leave the system under test. How long will it take to put underfloor heating into a building? Well, clearly the time to install a system will be dependent on how large the project is. As a guide, we can lay 100 square meters per day when we are given clear and free access to the floor to be heated. When is the underfloor heating installed? Well, we can comply with most build programs. Typically, the floor is early in the program, but that is not always the case. What is required, however, is that the building is weatherproof to ensure that the work is not compromised by water ingress, which could cause the insulation to float along with the underfloor system. That scenario is very costly to remedy, so must be avoided. When the floor is completed, how do you know where the pipe is? The pipe can be traced to locate it by using handheld temperature sensors and thermal imaging cameras. Both methods, in conjunction with our record drawings, will identify accurate location of the pipe circuit. Can underfloor heating be used in a glass conservatory? Yes, the underfloor heating will work extremely well due to the radiant effect from the floor and the secondary radiant effect from the dwarf walls and furniture. Conservatories are renowned for summertime use only, but underfloor heating can transform the space to an all-year-round room, so you can enjoy sitting in your garden in the winter. Does the floor warm evenly over its area? Yes. The way we design the circuit layouts, reverse return layout, ensures that the flow and return pipes are always adjacent to each other across the entire floor area. The result is even heat being emitted over the entire floor surface. How is the temperature in each room controlled? Each room will have an individual room thermostat. The thermostat can be adjusted to achieve the required temperature to every room in the building. Controls can be as sophisticated as you want, from full BMS, a building management system, to simple on-off room control. You pay your money and you take your choice. Will floor coverings affect the underfloor heating? Yes, floor coverings can make a huge difference to the output from a floor. If we know the floor covering when we design a system, we can accommodate this in our design calculations to ensure the system delivers the required outputs. 98% of floor coverings can be used. However, using thick insulating underlays under synthetic carpets can prevent the underfloor heating working efficiently. Seek our advice before committing to your floor finishes that have a TOG rating of over 1.5. Do you have a guarantee? Yes, the pipe we use in our system carries a 50-year guarantee. This is the best available in the UK. Further development of the pipe is ongoing, and we anticipate an improvement in the length of guarantee will be available shortly. The other items within our system are the statutory products guarantees. Well, I trust most of your queries have been answered. Be assured that should you have any further questions, then please contact us on the numbers below or visit our website. Thank you for listening.